Welcome to the Midnight Bible Study. Got a good one for you today. In fact, this is one of the most astounding mysteries in all of history. To set this up, let me read you the words of Jesus Christ in Matthew 5-17. When we see what happens, these words take on astounding meaning. This is Matthew 5:17-18. Do not think that I have come to abolish the law or the prophets. I have not come to abolish them, but to fulfill them. For truly I tell you, until heaven and earth disappear, not the smallest letter nor the least stroke of a pen will by any means disappear from the law until everything is accomplished. We'll get back to that in a moment when you see where this is going. Now, for many people believe that the Bible, many Christians in fact believe the Bible is, I would think all Christians would believe that the Bible is divinely inspired. However, for Orthodox rabbis, this is even a more they take that exact idea of divine inspiration to a new level. For Orthodox rabbis, every single word and even every single letter was inspired by God. Okay, this is not just some vague inspirations that were written down. No, word by word, letter by letter, as if these prophets were being dictated to very precisely. Now, analysis by Israeli scholars with high-speed computers produced incredible findings. Researchers studied sequences of text in Genesis, looking for meaningful word combinations. For example, here's one. Zedekiah. Now, Zedekiah is a 6th century king of Judah. Now, they searched for this, but the word combination they searched for was Zedekiah, but they also searched for Matanya, which is his original name. Okay, so these are obviously both closely related words. They have a connection with the identity of the 6th century king of Judah. And so they were found in close proximity in the text of Genesis, those two words. What are the chances of that happening? Matanya and Zedekiah. Even the spelling of those two words is rather complicated. Now, it wasn't just that one combination. 300 word pairs were found in close proximity. These are closely related word pairs. And related biblical names were also found in close proximity. So this is all happening in the book of Genesis in selected passages. Wow, do you think that just happened by chance? If so, I challenge you to write a long piece of literature and try to code in 300 selected word pairs and have the whole thing flow without affecting the absolute poetic flow of the whole thing. As a writer, I would not even remotely attempt such a thing, unless I had a few decades to spare. Now, could this happen by random chance? That's the real question. Could it happen by random chance? Now, they wanted to verify this. They wanted to find out if it could. So what they did is they took some passages and they mixed them up. They scrambled them. And then they ran the computer searches again just to see if, hey, these names just keep showing up in any random passages. Well, when they scrambled the passages of Genesis, the names weren't found anymore. They weren't found anymore. So the chance of, it's been calculated that the chances of this happening just by random chance, 1 in 50 quadrillion. 1 in 50 quadrillion are the chances that this was just random. Okay? That's 1 with 15 zeros. That number, look, don't bet on it. I wouldn't put money on that one happening by chance. What about knowledge they wanted to know, what about knowledge in other ages and other times in history, other than just certain Bible times. The researchers took the names of 34 influential men from the 9th to the 19th century. These were found in a reference book, the names of these highly influential men. 34 of them. Now listen to this. This is unbelievable. This is incredible. Every one of the names was discovered along with each one's date of birth and death. What do you think of that? What can we draw from that? That is astounding. What can we draw from that? Remember, these names are being found in the book of Genesis thousands of years, hundreds and thousands of years before these men even are born. And what's discovered, their names are discovered in code along with each one's birth and death. What do you make of that? What conclusions can we draw for this? I'd love to hear your thoughts in the chat. If you could just put in a word or two, what you might think that could suggest. Now, listen. Again, there's always going to be the skeptics who say, "Oh, well, 1 in 54 trillion, or I'm sorry, 1 in 50 quadrillion. Sure, that could happen, no problem." Those skeptics are out there. So they ran the same tests on War and Peace, Tolstoy's War and Peace, to just see if all of this information just pops up everywhere. Guess what? The names were not found in Tolstoy's War and Peace. So clever, by the way, this is extremely complicated. To do this would take an intelligence beyond imagining to do this kind of coding in advance of these people even being born. Keeping the beautiful flow of the words. And high-speed computers were required just to even detect this. So, but here's what I would ask: what is the purpose of this? What would be God's purpose in coding these names in? I'd love to hear your thoughts on this. God bless you, and good night from the Midnight Bible Study.